What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to GazetteSports.com. It's JJ
and Mike.
And up on the wild and wet, slippery streets of Central California, we got some high-quality track and field for you.
From one Veterans Memorial Stadium to another, we're in SenCal for a high-stakes track meet. Poly girls trying to win their record 4th straight state championship up here in Clovis. Poly boys also in the hunt for the title.
The weather, you could call it inclement, but never fear. Never fear, my friends, because the black and gold is there. The grounds crew, well qualified to represent the LBC.
First race hasn't started and LB already blowing the field away. 4x1, how Poly likes to set the tone. This is Charisma Lide on the opening leg, getting the rabbits out in front.
Yeah, they really don't have a choice as to how they set the tone, but it's almost to their advantage that the 4x1 gets on the track. And you may know Coco Beware, but that's Coco Be Gone.
Coco and Dippigboard, they call her the anchor, not because she weighs him down, but because she takes him to the finish line. Poly 45.7, nice way to start the afternoon off, posing in the rain there.
Yeah, get comfortable there, girls. But we go to the field, the girls triple jump, as Adriana May finishes 6th with a 38.10 there. Nice jump early in the day. And then Malia Cox just getting her day started. 3rd place finish with a 39.10.25 from the pit to the hurdles.
This is her 3rd appearance in this video already. This is an event she has a nation-leading time in, but such a toll it takes on a young athlete to race this many events. Finishes 2nd here with a 13.57 to Trinity Wilson of St. Mary's is 13.41. You see there, not thrilled.
No, not thrilled. Back on the field, though, we've got the sole non-poly athlete, Cody Robeson from Milliken in the shot put. He has just battled through injuries and just hung tough in this whole entire thing. And the lone non-poly representative from the Moore League definitely deserves a tip of the cap.
Just off the podium, finishes with 7th, a 57.825. Very nice, but we go to Coco and Dippigboard's race in the 400 meter. This is the race she made her name in as a freshman when she won the state championship as just a 9th grader, announcing herself as a major figure in prep track athletics. Wanted to win this race again as a senior and said it was an emotional race for her to try and bring it full circle, JJ. She's able to get across in 53.38, her best time of the season, even with the conditions. You see the distance there. An emotional, wonderful moment for her in Dippigboard.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of emotion and wonderful, how about Shaq Howard getting out there for the 400 of his own? This race incredibly close down the backstretch and around the 2nd turn. But as you see here in the video, everybody seems to be right where they need to be, and you expect the guys on the inside to catch up with Shaq. Stride to my left, my friend. No one's gonna catch the lanky Howard as he pulls away from the field and takes it. Cam White back there in 8th for Poly, picking up some points but this is Howard's race.
Yeah, finishes in 47.79. His family loves it, obviously. He became a fan favorite, I think, today in Clovis.
It's easy to chant Shaq, Mike.
It's also easy to chant Zizma. Charisma Lide takes 7th in the girls 100 meter with a 12.12. Love this race because it's over and done with pretty quickly.
I want to go fast. Speaking of fast, the fastest distance race, 2 track rabbits.
Dynasty Gamage and Ariel Stevenson, a nice moment as you see Poly Nation there cheering on Gamage, the best distance racer, female distance racer in Poly history in her last race, but sometimes it's someone else's day, and Amy Weisenbach breaks the national record in this event with a 2:02.04. You see Gamage and Stevenson finishing there in 6th and 8th.
Yes, indeed, but Weisenbach, oh my goodness, would have won a collegiate race with that time.
That was the top college time. It was unreal. Now we go to the boys 800 where Miles Andrews and Chris Hall are trying to put up some points for Poly. I like the outfits, JJ, in the 800. You see Andrews
nice.
Starting out fast as he always does. He's 1st, and that's Hall there in 3rd. But Emmanuel Hutchinson from San Jacinto, wow.
Yeah, he's a former football player running away there with the 800, but very important points there in 3rd and 4th from Andrews and Hall to keep Poly in the race for the state championship. We move back to the girls' side.
She's back.
Oh, yes, she is in a big way. a little peeved about that 100 result.
More than a little peeved. She is going over those hurdles like she's pissed off at
Malia Cox, a woman on a mission.
This is her 4th event of the day. She sets a poly record, is scoring in 3 individual events and a relay all on the same day. You see her pulling away from the pack, finishes in 41.80, and her parents also pretty excited about it as she takes her rightful place atop the podium.
Oh, indeed, Poly Nation in the stands had plenty of time to stand up and cheer for poly track athletes on the podium. We go to the boys 200 where Cam White ends up finishing 6th, but again, important points.
Well, he qualified in 8th, so that's picking up a lot of points there for him to finish in 6th, and he just made it across. You know, as we start getting towards the end, we're looking at these point totals and we really see every point's important. The girls' side, less so.
Yeah, not so much.
Not so much. The poly girls already out by 50. Their only loss is that they're not going to break the state championship record for point total. Bummer. The teams who qualified and competed in the finals: Holly Harris, Asia Walker, Retanya Washington, Ariel Stevenson, and of course Coco and Dippingbor. This has really been a premier race for poly, but as we mentioned, all these girls running so many events and the conditions, Jackrabbits not out to the start they usually are, and of course they're racing against some pretty quick competition as well.
Some really quick competition from Sarah and from Harvard Westlake. You see Coco right here with the baton in front of Weisenbach.
She who just set the national record.
Exactly, so Weisenbach's feeling herself right here. So she goes to pass Coco, and if you play this video in slow motion, which you know we did, you can see Weisenbach take that big hard left step right in front of Dippingbor.
Can't do that.
Can't do it.
Flag on the play.
Amy continues to keep going and passes the girl from Sarah. Everybody wearing Westlake colors is celebrating. Polly ends up finishing 3rd in the unofficial results. Flag on the play though, they're 2nd because Westlake is disqualified. Yeah. So we move to the boys side, and
non-contact sport.
This is the race, Mike.
Right, because Poly needs 2nd or 1st place to take a state championship here. These kids knew that. They knew that going into this race, but they said, you could hear them talking to each other, let's leave nothing to chance here. This is Aaron Harris, Richie Smith, Cameron White, and Shaq Howard. This is Richie right now. You may recognize him from our football highlights. That quick stride right there.
Once they hit the break, Richie is gone.
That's what he does. Throw that kid a football right there and you call that 6 points.
Indeed. So you get to the second break here where he's going to the pass, and when he gets that to Cam White, huge gap. Huge gap. It almost happened within a blink of the eye, really.
Yeah, well, you know, he said all year, he wants his senior year to really mean something. He knows that history is on the line here, and of course,
Shaq just retiring the field right now.
And he absolutely did. Poly Nation, the math majors of Poly Nation rising to their feet right there, because these kids know with that 1st place finish, they just made history. They won a boys state championship.
Unbelievable. Of all the finishes that they had that were just by a nose, they were cooking up a victory the entire time, Mike.
Go ahead and dance it out. That is some serious history. Only 3 times in California have a boys and girls team won the state championship. Poly set the fireworks off all 3 of those times, 97, 98, and now 2011. A moment to remember for the Jackrabbits.
A moment to remember for the Track Rabbits, a moment to remember for Papa Don.
We are we and us. Ain't no I. Ain't no me.
That is Poly Track right there.
That is the face of Poly Athletics. 25 state championships for the Jackrabbits. You see the family celebrating there. The boys just heard the official announcement that they are the state champions as well. Fun times. Not that hard to be a rabbit today, JJ.
We say this a lot, Mike, but this is my favorite part of the job, man. Just put everybody in a big group, hold a trophy really tight, and let me just point and click.
And in this case, hold the 2 trophies really tight. This wraps up a wonderful year, obviously, for Poly Athletics. The track teams actually are going to keep going to Nike Track Nationals, where they're going to try and win a national championship. The girls are currently #1 in America.
We will travel the world to cover Long Beach athletics, because we are Long Beach sports. This is GazetteSports.com.
Beach on 3. 1, 2, 3.